Good morning, friends. Welcome to NPT Digest, a weekly webinar series. This week, we are going to discuss about introduction to stage gate process. I'm your host, Venkatesh Narayanan. NPT Digest is a weekly webinar series, and we will be talking about or discussing one of the NPT concepts, tools, or techniques. So that would be the focus of the NPT Digest webinar series. And this session is for 30 minutes, 25 minutes. We'll be discussing about the topic, 5 minutes Q&A and other things. And during the course of this webinar, you will come across a couple of polls. Please participate in the polls so that this will give us a better idea about kind of like how to improve our webinar series itself. And kind of like you will be able to download this presentation in our webinar series blog. And physics specializes in business analysis, supply chain management, and NPT consulting and certifications. And physics offers the new product development professional certification. This is from PDMA USA. And physics represents PDMA USA in Indian geography as PDMA India. So with this introduction, let us get started. Many are still in the process of joining. So anyway, we will continue. So what is an NPT process? NPT process provides an approach which is commonly understood and accepted by the whole organization for successfully developing new products or making improvements to existing products. This is the definition coming from PDMA USA. Let us understand this. So this is a structured approach, a path to follow in your new product development process, and the entire team, that is the entire organization, should have a shared common understanding on developing or how to develop new products, okay, or making improvements to existing products. Very simple definition. And here, like, I have my own definition as well. Okay, let us discuss that also. So here, like, this is my own definition of putting together the NPT process. NPT process is a systematic path to take an organization's NPT efforts from ideation to launch. Basically, I'm just saying what we do in NPT process. So NPT process is a systematic path. It's a well laid out path for your organization. And to take the organization's new product development efforts from ideation, that is the germination of the idea or concepts, until it is launched into the market. It is a tool to verify and validate the NPT activities with that of the FMTG criteria. I will explain this. To enhance the success rate of new products. So what we are saying here is, NPT process is a tool to verify and validate the NPT activities. So NPT activities is the stage and FMTG criteria is the gate. In the sense, what is FMTG? FMTG is financial aspects, marketing aspects, or market aspects. We cannot say marketing, market aspects, because it talks about competitors, customers, everybody, right? Market aspects. Then technology aspects, technical or technology aspects. Then governance aspects, right? So in each of them, like finance is very important. You have to make profit by making a new product. And it should be kind of like successful in the market. It should be better than your competitors. Your customers should love this. Then technology part, kind of like what is the technology level? It is a kind of like it is a something new you are introducing into the market or enhancement. Then governance, whatever you do, you have to follow the laws of the land, the regulatory bodies, right? So all these things put together, we call this as FMTG criteria. So that's what we are saying. The first part we said, NPT process means it is simple, a systematic approach to move from ideation to launch. And when we say it is a tool to verify and validate, NPT activities are what you are doing, okay? The thing is like you are kind of like NPD activities are what you are doing within your organization, okay? And FMTG criteria is it is a kind of like NPD activity. If you kind of like say this is a stage, then FMTG criteria is a gate. We will discuss about more in the coming slides. So ultimately, we don't want to make this NPD process as a gamble. Gamble means like kind of like once in a while you will taste the success, but most of the time it is a failure. It is a very risky thing for an organization, because new product development is an organization's sustainability and growth. Whether that organization will be in existence in the future or not, NPD is responsible, and NPD is also ensuring that the organization grows year over the year, right? So NPD success is very important. You see, failure, like you can minimize the failure, but there is no process to guarantee the success. But the thing is like the rate of success will increase. You can kind of like reduce the failure rates. So that is a NPD process. No NPD process claims that this is a kind of like you take this path you will have 100% success. No, there is no such process, right? There is no such process available so far. But there are companies across the globe, they taste the success again and again, and their success rate is very high. That means they have reduced the failure drastically. So there is something good they are doing. There is something kind of like a better way of doing things, right? That is proved through various studies conducted by PDMA. So let us move on. So now we said NPD activities, market condition. In between, you in the definition you read, verify and validate NPD activities and market conditions. Okay. So NPD activities are what we are doing within the organization, and market conditions are what is happening outside. Okay. So the thing is like, for example, if I am able to really understand, if I'm able to really kind of like grasp the exact market conditions and I bring into my NPD activities, okay, that is a verification validation process. That's what we are continuously doing by introducing voice of customer service, everything within the process. So it's a kind of like in NPD activity itself, we need to ensure whether I am in alignment with the market conditions. Market conditions means a whole lot of things. What are all the competitors doing? What kind of products the competitors are going to launch? Whether I have customers, the customers need this product, the customers are willing to pay the price for this. Okay, all those aspects put together, we call it as market conditions. Okay, so the next one is 7 goals of a NPD process. The 7 goals of NPD process, this is given by Dr. Robert Cooper. He is the one who developed the stage gate process, and we are going through this 7 goals. That is, when you introduce new product development within your organization, okay, these are all the things you want to achieve, right? Number 1, quality of execution. You see, speed and quality are equally important for new product development. That is, you want to perfect your product over the next 10 years. No, the customers will not be waiting for you, and you will be very lagging in the product launches. Okay, so quality is important, but not at the cost of speed. And at the same time, speed is important, but not at the cost of quality. That is, you launch the product within 3 months, but it is a pathetic product. Okay, definitely it will see a failure. Okay, so quality of execution without cutting corners in this process, a systematic approach, a well laid out path, right? So the quality of execution, we need to follow this in a diligent manner. So there is 2 things. One is you are putting a framework around the people, that this is the way you have to do the process, but at the same time we should not stifle the creativity. There should be a fine balance between these 2 parameters. Then sharper focus, better prioritization. That means in many organizations, what I have seen is they try to do several new product developments. Everybody create a new product development project. Okay, the thing is like it comes out of the individuals and there is no due diligence. They get started with this and the entire resources, whatever the budget allocated for new product development, okay, what they do is they thinly spread this across all the projects. None of the projects will see the light. Okay. And the thing is, like, they, for the sake of pushing the product to the next level, they will be moving this. Maybe like kind of like in most of the companies, they don't have this NPD process itself. And in fact, like in many organizations, I have seen NPD budget is there is nothing kind of like very clearly laid out. Rather, it is a spontaneous decisions. Okay, whether to spend on this product or not. Then fast-based parallel processing. So if you see the NPD process, the thing is like we don't want to go for a purely waterfall method and not a purely agile method. But the thing is like we want to create boxes. Within these boxes or within this kind of like boundaries, okay, that is the each of the stages, we will do several activities in parallel so that this things can be speeded up. Okay, then a true cross-functional team approach. NPD team should be definitely a cross-functional. We need to bring the expertise and capabilities from different groups of people so that the thing is like we get kind of like the proper inputs from all the corners of the organization. A strong market orientation with voice of customer. Ultimately, whatever you are doing, that is for the customers. So you need to understand what the customers want. Okay. Then better homework upfront. That is in a new product development process. If you take the entire process right from ideation to launch, the moment you move from ideation gradually, kind of like the commitment on the project is increasing and it will skyrocket around the development, then testing, then launch. Okay, that is the second part of a new product development process. The spending is very high, so it is better to do kind of like a good amount of homework at the beginning of the product itself. For example, like see, we have also worked for several movie projects, and like what we understood, movie is also a product development. It's a very complex product development. In fact, okay, the reason is it's a kind of like success or failure they will see only after reaching the theaters, right? So here, like if you take the movie project, we have pre-production, production, and post-production, right? The post-production is where editing and everything is done, marketing, all those things. The production is the development part. The pre-production is the fuzzy front end in new product development, right? So like what we have seen, like during our analysis in Tamil movie industry, what we found is the directors who are doing good amount of homework, they think about the story for the next 1 year, 2 year, those movies are really successful. This is a kind of like, this is a very clear fact. This is a very clear fact. That's a kind of like whoever does good homework in case of new product development, it is very successful. The reason is it's a kind of like fundamentally the concept is strong. You have evaluated all the things. You are kind of like you have seen all the facts and figures. You have verified and validated. When you do the homework for a good amount of duration, actually it increases the success rate. Okay, but on the other hand, suddenly like one of the person, a senior person within the organization comes out with the idea, immediately they jump into that. Nobody questions that. Those kind of projects are seeing pathetic failure rates, right? Then the seventh one is products with a competitive advantage. You need to offer something unique to the market. What are you contributing? So in fact, the entire stage gate process should constantly see this element that at the stage of ideation, we would have thought that these are all the 10 parameters, 10 competitive advantage our product is going to offer. But by the time you see the final stage, that is about during the launch time, kind of like all those 10 parameters, like it is somewhere lost along the way. And finally, like we are coming out with a copycat product. Okay, so what is that competitive advantage? So the competitive advantage, what you are going to offer, that should be kind of like consistently maintained along the way. Okay, so these are all the 7 goals. A typical new product development process is aimed at achieving this. So new product development process is a means to achieve this end, right? These goals are the end. What do you want to achieve ultimately? through the new product development. So the new product development process is a means to achieve these goals, right? So now the 2012 PDMA survey, very interesting one. The best companies had success rates of 82%. That is still their failure rate is 18%, right? When you say success rate 82%, the failure rate is 18%. The rest of the companies, either they may have kind of like a partial NPD process or no NPD process, all those things put together, okay, they have 59% success. So the delta between these two types of, or two categories or groups of companies is 23%. It is such a good thing, right? So it's a kind of like when you say the kind of like the PDMA study, the companies that are having a NPD process, a good NPD process, and diligently following the NPD process. You see, having a good NPD process, many companies have. But the thing is like following that NPD process is not there. They cut the corners. Whenever there is urgent, they kind of like they skip certain gates and stages itself. It happens. So now the thing is like you see, like even now, like in the COVID scenario, several steps are kind of like missed in product development, but there is a reason here. Okay. The thing is like here, kind of like the situation is different for the vaccine development. Okay, for the COVID vaccine development, several stages are skipped. Otherwise, the vaccine development will take. So in some cases, it's okay, acceptable. This is the rarest of the rare scenario. All of us are seeing this first time in our lifetime. Okay, right? This is the first instance in our lifetime we are facing this kind of situation. So apart from that, in all other kind of like things, you need to diligently follow the NPD process. So when I say the NPD process, the best companies who are having a good NPD process and also following that NPD process in its implementation, okay, they see 82% success, the rest is seeing 59%. So now, what is this stage gate process? So the stage gate process contains discovery plus 5 stages. We don't call it as a 6 stages. We call this as discovery plus 5 stages. Okay, stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and between each of these stages, we have a gate. So we have 5 gates, 5 stages and 5 gates, and with discovery. So now the thing is like you kind of like, so what we are saying is this is a waterfall method. I said waterfall method, but with agile focus. What is the meaning? The thing is like when you like within discovery, it is agile. But when you move from discovery to stage 1, that is the scoping stage, it is waterfall, right? The moment you kind of like achieve the objectives of the things in discovery, okay, and you are cleared by the gate, then only you can come to the stage 1. So in that sense, it is waterfall. So it is the best of both worlds. Okay, it is the best of agile as well as waterfall. In the past, like say 20-30 years back, most of the companies were following a pure waterfall method. That is only after this is clear, they will move to the next one. Okay, so it's a kind of like they were following a endless chain, and they lose track in between, and the product development duration is very long. Okay, so all those challenges, there is no system available. Okay, it's not a systematic approach. All those challenges were there. But now with NPD process, we have this discovery plus 5 stages, and whenever you kind of like achieve the things, you kind of like cross the gate. So let us evaluate, kind of like let us go through a brief description about each of these stages. So in discovery stage, it is pre-work designed to discover and uncover opportunities and generate ideas. This is the ideation stage. Okay, here like most of the companies, they have kind of like idea generation engine. It's not a physical thing. Okay, when I say idea generation engine, we are talking about, it's a kind of like there is a established mechanism within this company. Okay, through this they will generate a lot of ideas. For example, like next week we are going to talk about crowdsourcing. Okay, so how kind of like a crowdsourcing is mostly used in this discovery stage. Okay, crowdfunding is different. That is different, right? Crowdsourcing is you kind of like elicit ideas from different groups. So we will be having this discussion during next week. So that is fitting into the discovery part. So discovery, like for the stage, a company, like you see, kind of like innovation or invention, this is like it's like a number game. Okay, how many ideas you generate? That many, like for example, you create 1,000 ideas, and out of that you select one best idea, and you take this through the new product development. The success rate would be really good, because this is the filtration is 1 out of 1,000, right? But on the other hand, I got 2 ideas, I selected one and doing that. Not necessarily. I'm not saying like definitely it will become a failure. Nobody knows. Okay, but when you compare companies, the companies who are creating lot of ideas and narrowing down. So the stage gate process creates a funnel rather than a tunnel. This is from the words of Dr. Robert Cooper. What he says is, many companies create a tunnel. Tunnel means whatever the 100 ideas you have at the beginning, all the 100 ideas will go through the entire channel, and you will launch all the 100 products. You will see massive failure rates. But on the other hand, what he recommends is, you don't have a tunnel in your organization, you create a funnel. That means you have to narrow down the things as it moves along, because narrowing down very good at the beginning of the NPD process, okay, you will not waste money. You will not waste money. And anything that qualifies after that, it's really a good product. It is worth pursuing that afterwards. But kind of like kill the projects which are unviable at the beginning itself. The FMTG criteria, right? The financial aspect, market aspects, right? Then the kind of like the governance aspects, the technology aspects, right? The FMTG. So it's a kind of like you need to create this funnel, and that is the purpose of these gates. The gates doesn't allow something that doesn't meet this FMTG criteria, right? So when I say discovery, a company need to kind of like really try to work on, even if you have a very good NPD process, okay, you need to feed this, right? You have a wonderful mission, but without inputs, what it will do? So the same way, it's a kind of like good NPD process is important, right? But at the same time, it has to be fed with good number of ideas, right? Having a wonderful mission with no inputs, what is the use? So the discovery process is very important, where you will come across, discover and uncover opportunities. So it's a kind of like you need to generate lots and lots of ideas, and you should put through this process. Then next one is scoping. So scoping means a preliminary investigation. That is the right word. And here we will use a lot of secondary research. The reason is primary research is costly, right? You know, primary research is very costly. That is, primary research means you carry out the research for the very purpose of your organization. On the other hand, secondary research means you are kind of like exploring the material available in the market, in the field, and you kind of like you get some insights out of that. So during the scoping, we primarily rely on secondary research. And then the moment you clear the scoping, that means now you have a viable product. Okay, a viable idea. Okay, I won't say viable product, viable idea. Okay, it's very clear. Now you are going to this building the business case. So here it's more detailed. And the thing is, like, anything crosses this business case, you are going to spend a huge amount of money. So we need to be very clear that this is meeting all the market, technology, okay, then the financial aspects, okay, and governance aspect, everything. It has to be very clear. So this is a very thorough study where you will be relying on primary research, because here, like, you cannot take somebody's secondary research, because you don't know with what sincerity they have done, or their purpose may be kind of like a little bit tangent to your purpose. So now in this case, what we do is we kind of like conduct rounds and rounds of primary research, because the moment you cross this stage, after that you are going to spend a good amount of money. After that, it is a huge investment. Especially, for example, you are a toy company. The moment the designs are over, now you have to invest on kind of like molds, right? The molds will kind of like maybe making 5 million pieces, but this will be coming at 10 crore rupees. So the investment is done, right? So after that, nothing can be done. After that, kind of like any failure, it's a kind of like a huge loss of money. But until this stage, everything we are doing on a piece of paper. Of course, we spend some money, but it is fine. It is like a pre-sales expense, right? Or pre-product development expense. Okay, but this will be very minimal. Then we go through this development, testing, validation, and the launch. So the development is actual detailed design, the technology part, and you start producing this, planning for the mass production, all those things. Then testing and validation, kind of like here, you kind of like ensure that this product is meeting all the requirements, market and operational requirements. Then finally, you commercialize this product. That is kind of like the mass production is commencing. You plan for that earlier, but here you will actually commence the mass production. So now, kind of like here, you may ask the question, like if you see this previous slide, you have seen discovery plus 5 stages and 5 gates are there, right? So is it kind of like I need to follow the same thing in my organization? Not necessarily. In the same organizations, I have seen they have several different types of stage gate processes for different product categories. There are several dimensions to do this evaluation. Okay, several dimensions. But here I am taking just one dimension to give the feel for it, to give the feel to you. The thing is, like here, I'm saying how many number of stages I need to have and my gate intensity. Okay. And this dimension, what I want to call is, this dimension is basically the newness of the product itself. So I have these 4 types of products. New to the world product. When iPhone was introduced in 2000, it is new to the world. New to the market. Something is introduced in India, kind of like say 2 years back. New to the market. It is new to India, but not new to world. In some other countries, it has been launched already. Then new to the company. So many, the product is available in my market, but this is new to my company. Then the last one is line extensions. That is a small improvement I am doing. So now you can understand, based on the type of product, if it is new to the world, the gate intensity, the due diligence, the degree of due diligence, what I do will be much more higher, right? In case of new to the world product, because I'm going to take a serious bet, right? This is a kind of like, so I need to be very clear that whether the customers love this, whether the customers will buy this, are they willing to pay for this? Am I really solving their problem? I need to ask all these questions and I need to validate. It is not just asking, I need to validate with facts and figures. It is gut feeling doesn't have a place here. No scope for gut feelings. Gut feelings will cost you so much money, right? Fine, that is okay. Gut feeling is okay. But the thing is, like, ultimately you have to verify and validate with figures, facts and figures. So the new to the world product. So in case of new to the world product, the number of stages would be more. Of course, the gates also will be more. And the gate intensity, what I'm saying is the degree of due diligence, what you do within a gate during the gate meetings, the degree of due diligence, what you do will be much detailed. Senior people will be involved. You need to invite the experts also, right? So the gate due diligence will be much more intense here. And as you move down, that is new to the market, new to the company, line extensions, it will come down. So in your company, you have kind of like 2 things. One is line extensions for the previously launched product, and another one is, say, new to the world product. These 2 will have 2 completely different new product development process. So you need to identify the context or the environment or your company. What do you do is important. So based on that, you have to customize. Okay. And the gate criteria. What do we do in gate? Gate is basically again FMTG. Okay. Financial aspects, market aspects, technology aspects, and governance aspects. Okay. So we develop kind of like a certain criteria, quantitative criteria. That is very important. It's a kind of like, it is not a, so when you say qualitative, it becomes a subjective thing. So we, to the extent possible, in some cases it is not possible, like how it looks, okay, how the product looks. Quantitative is relatively difficult, so we will go for some qualitative. Okay, so the thing is like, but to the extent possible, it should be made quantitative. Okay, so that is the gate criteria. And then the typically out of this gate, okay, when you do this gate, the gate meetings, at the end of this gate, you have this gate output decision spectrum. That is, if everything goes well, you will move to the, you will allow this new product development to the next stage, because after you get it is the stage you will allow, that is go decision. In some cases you are finding that there is a kind of like things were not done up to the mark, it is not acceptable, there is a lack of perfection in the activities, you will ask them to redo this before coming to the next meeting. So it is a recycle or repeat the process, then hold. We are saying like something like changed, okay, suddenly a market condition may change, like, or you got more information about the market, okay, or you found out that one of the competitor is in a advanced stage of launching a product which is almost you are going to develop, and you see like there is a challenge, so you may hold it for some time, or you are very sure that this is not worth pursuing, so kill the product or kill the new product development. Okay, so the thing is like you will take one of these 4 decisions, right? So that is the gate output. And kind of like we have a couple of executive development programs coming up in May, the last 2 weeks of May, and one is mastering NPD strategy, and another one, this will be happening on May 24th. This is a paid program, and for the participants of this session, you will be getting some 1,000 rupees discount. Okay, this is only for some 10 people on a first come first served basis. Okay, so mastering NPD strategy, this is a 4-hour online session on Sunday, May 24, 2020. One session 1 is in the morning, that is 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. 2 is in the afternoon, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Okay, both the timings are IST. I know several international participants are there, are there. For some of you from Middle East, it may be a crazy timing, I know, but we will plan for different timings in the future. Okay, and here like we will be dealing with one of the Harvard case. Okay, we have tied up with Harvard Business Publishing Education, and through that we will be offering you the course packs, and those case studies are different price. The thing is like that is not included as part of this, just be kind of like note this. The thing is like you will be able to kind of like buy this case study separately. Normally these case studies are like say $6 to $8, somewhere around this price, I don't know exactly. So you will be able to kind of like purchase this case studies separately, that is your own copy, it comes with your name. Okay, and but buying the case study would be really good. The reason is you will be able to understand, because you can come prepared with the case study for the classroom discussion, because out of this 4-hour session, some 45 minutes you will be dedicating for this case study. So when you have a copy of the case study, it will be much easier for you to follow the thing, and you will take the full value of the session. Okay, so this is one program, mastering NPD strategy, and another one is mastering stage gate process, and that is on May 31st. Again, that is on Sunday, the same pattern. Okay, and for both these programs, the participants will get kind of like whoever registers. Okay, the kind of like we are giving for each program, we are giving 10 at this lower price. Okay, otherwise the normal price is 4-5. So kind of like in case if you are interested, please speak to our certifications manager at this number and in this email address. Okay, and at the end of this session, I will be kind of like this will be available in our blogs webinar. Okay, that is blog.physics.net. Okay, blog.physics.net /webinar. Okay, so there you will be able to download this presentation. And the next session is on crowdsourcing for NPD. I also encourage you to join this PDMA India LinkedIn group. Okay, we are working towards making this more active. In fact, we are going to come with some international speakers. Okay, they are NPD experts from around the world. We are collaborating with them, and soon you will be having kind of like additional sessions. This will be a continuous session with the enlisted topics, and those will be kind of like 1-hour sessions, and you can participate in those sessions as well. Those sessions are also free, and we are bringing in several international speakers from different parts of India. Okay, and also we are working with PDMA USA to bring the speakers, and kind of like here I will request you to take a quick poll about a couple of things. Number one, please rate this topic. Okay, how do you find this topic? Because these things will give us very good input on how to go ahead. Okay. Yeah, please make it fast so that we can go ahead, and we are coming to the close of the session. Yeah, thank you. And the next poll, please rate the speaker. Okay, I'm launching this. So please rate the speaker. Okay, thank you. So now I will kind of like take a couple of questions, and so Sumesh had an issue in, okay, download the PPT. So like what I was saying is, maybe give us 1 hour time, okay, visit blog.physics.net, okay, /webinar/webinar, and there you can find like one of the recent, the presentation sessions, okay, you'll find a blog for presentations where you can download this PPT, okay. Yes, this recording is also Pratik asking a question that can I get the recording of all the webinars later? Of course, it is available in the same blog. Okay. In case if you had a challenge in finding this particular location, you can give a call to the certifications manager, Mrs. Malathi, at 900-304-9000. Okay. Then. Yes, like Iqbal is asking a question that will the slides for today's webinar be available? Of course, it is available in the same location. Shiva Shakti is having a question that can we get the certificate for mastery of inventory? This is a different program, but anyway, since you asked, yes, you will get a certificate. Okay, certificate of participation for mastery of inventory. That is another program, right? Okay, so. Okay, then thank you so much. And there are a lot of questions, but considering the time, we are not able to take it forward. Thank you so much, and we will continue this in yet another session. Thank you. Bye for now.